We've talked about this in years past, but Modern Warfare 3 is the first game where there's a lot of genuine confusion about what will and what won't transfer to the upcoming experience, whether it be from Modern Warfare 2 content or from things like the beta and campaign early access rewards. Today I want to run down exactly what will and won't transfer for you into Modern Warfare 3 to clear up any confusion there may be. Now, for some, this may be entirely common sense, common knowledge, but for others, this is for those that still are wondering or having any questions. So hopefully we can answer all of those today. So as we go along, drop your thoughts down below. What do you think of the ability to transfer items between games? Are you happy or not about all that's transferring? And if there's one thing you'd adjust among the items transferring, what would it be? For me, it'd be using camos from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, making them truly universal. I'm bummed that I won't really get to use that goalie camo that just came out despite being so cool. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, you find it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 3 as we gear up for launch and beyond. We've got a lot upcoming you won't want to miss. Lofty goal, I'm curious if we can hit 550,000 subscribers or beyond by launch. So if you'd like to join the community, I'd love to have you. Finally, check out my friends over at G Fuel for upwards of 30% off your entire order with code Espresso to fuel your grind this upcoming few weeks leading into launch and beyond with Modern Warfare 3, but more on that later. For now, let's take a look at what will and what won't transfer from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3. Let's start out on the stuff that will transfer here from Modern Warfare 2 into Modern Warfare 3, or what we see pre-launch per se going into Modern Warfare 3, because I want to firstly start with the beta rewards. Of course, throughout the beta for Modern Warfare 3, you had the ability to grind out 30 levels of ranks, and alongside that, unlocking new items to experience in the beta as that all happened. But along the way, you ended up getting a handful of different rewards for reaching certain level unlocks. So for the rewards of the Appetite Wet Animated Emblem at level 2, the Operation Beta Weapon Charm at level 7, the Beta Tester Animated Calling Card at level 9, the MW3 Beta Weapon Sticker at level 11, the Did Beta Vinyl at level 15, the Beta Ripper Weapon Blueprint at level 20, the Beta Proof Weapon Sticker at level 24, and the Test Dummy Operator at level 30. All of those will be there available at day one for you based off of wherever you ended up finishing in that beta. If you got all 30 levels, all of those rewards will be there. If you ended up getting to like level 16, everything from 15 below will be there for you at launch. So that stuff will transfer here from the beta to the full game. Everything else in the beta, as we'll touch on in a second, does not. So just keep that in mind. Additionally, any campaign rewards that we end up experiencing from November 2nd to the launch of the game will also be there. While it's not explicitly been mentioned as the time of recording this, though, with the current time and build up how fast everything will be happening here, wouldn't be surprised if we see these rewards for the campaign announced in the next day or few days, because campaign does look to have a few unlocks and bonuses for mission completion, once again, based upon prior years. With all those being earnable in-game early ahead of the game's launch, again, might be a no-brainer, but those things will indeed transfer to your full game experience. Also very possible some operators have to be unlocked by completing certain campaign missions. So of course that will absolutely transfer over to the full thing. But with campaign being released a week earlier than the multiplayer and zombies experience, if you have access to that campaign, certainly doesn't hurt to grind it out and of course get a few rewards in the process. But let's talk about stuff from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3 now at this point, the carry forward content. That's been a big topic of discussion for a little while, but there's still some questions that go along with it. Let's firstly talk with weaponry. All weapons from Modern Warfare 2 will be available to play in Modern Warfare 3. All your weapons from Modern Warfare 2 as well as Modern Warfare 3 will be there day one. That means all 77 weapons currently in Modern Warfare 2, plus the, I'd wager, like base 40 to 50, 55 guns in Modern Warfare 3, all usable on day one, pending unlocks via level, of course. You're gonna have to go through your base 1 to 55 probably again here and unlock things as you go along, but the big question that goes along with that is, okay, well, maybe I own Modern Warfare 3, but I didn't play Modern Warfare 2. How does that carry forward work? Do I just miss out on all 77 of those weapons currently in Modern Warfare 2? Well, firstly, congrats on not having to pay double for the game that I personally think we should have had this entire past year. Dodged a bullet on that one. Secondly, all Modern Warfare 2 weapons will transfer no matter what. Unlike specific operators, some cosmetics, those that need to be unlocked in Modern Warfare 2 firstly, these will instead have weapon unlock challenges available from day one, similar to weapons added into the rotation after their inaugural seasons in past years, meaning that even if you don't own Modern Warfare 2 or didn't play it, you can still unlock all 77 of those weapons. It just may take a bit of extra time to do so, but they will be organically unlockable. Now, what is nice is that on top of all of this kind of stuff is that with all these weapons transferring, that also means all of their unlocked attachments will transfer as well. And what's cool about this is it's one of the few shared cases of true universal sharing at this point, because Modern Warfare 2 weapon attachments can be used on Modern Warfare 3 weapons where applicable. So if you have a preferred red dot sight or like a reticle that maybe has a blue or purple dot, you can end up using that once you end up unlocking your first few weapons optic slots, if they of course can be used like that. Like obviously some weapon scopes, the sniper scopes, not all of those are available on assault rifles. So of course, pending no sort of changeover in that regard, if it can be used on that weapon, you can use those attachments as well, which will definitely come in handy very early on. Now, camos, yes, all camos that we have in Modern Warfare 2 will be transferring to Modern Warfare 3 as well. There is an exception, which we'll touch on in a second, but that means all of your base 300-ish camos across the weapon challenge sets, all 20-ish of your weapon event camos from the raid Easter eggs, the seasonal event rewards, the nuke rewards in Warzone, all earned ranked camos from Season 2 MP, all the way up to where we are in Season 6, ranked in Warzone and MP as well. However many of those you ended up grinding out and earning, and your specialty camos like your You Drop This CDL viewership reward and the CDL whiteout camo that came way earlier in the year, every single one of those will be coming to Modern Warfare 3, which is pretty cool. Now, as for that exception, Modern Warfare 2 transferred camos will only work on Modern Warfare 2 weapons. So that means you can't use your event camos, Easter egg camos, nuke camos, or whatever on Modern Warfare 3 weapons. I'm sure at some point you'll see it happen where somebody has an unlocked tool, but organically speaking, you won't be able to apply those to Modern Warfare 3 weapons. So kind of the downside here is that you won't be able to use, again, your favorite camos right out of the gate if you're grinding out new weapons on Modern Warfare 3. I think that's my least favorite part about each year's releasing a new title and that refresh is that I can't have the cool customization that I really liked, especially during like say Season 5 and 6 of prior games, because that's really when developers are like, screw it, let's just have some fun with it. So that new ghoulie camo, as I mentioned in the intro, I think that's one of the best camos we've seen in the game, and I have like 2 weeks to use it in Modern Warfare 2, a game that I have zero interest in playing in right now, unless I want to use Modern Warfare 2 weapons in Modern Warfare 3, which especially at launch, I won't be doing because it's grind time ranking up all those new weapons. Now, blueprints, again, bluntly, same goes for blueprints. Without needing to go in depth, it's the same exact principles as camos. Every single blueprint that you end up having purchased, everything you earned in the past, that will transfer over. But again, it's only via Modern Warfare 2 weapons at that point. So not that you could apply blueprint cosmetics to other weapons in the same fashion as camos to begin with, but of course, you won't be able to transfer that to Modern Warfare 3 weapons. Now, the universal wraps is something that hasn't really been expanded upon, but in theory, you should be able to use some of those attachments if they do transfer over and have some cosmetic pieces on Modern Warfare 3 guns, because you can use those same attachments to build those out. So that'll be something that's interesting as well. Now, as for operators, moving away from weapons entirely, operators, generally speaking, all of those will be coming to Modern Warfare 3, which unlike weapon blueprints, camos, and such, you won't be limited by one game's operators set to the next. They're all going to be usable, or so it seems. The set parameters kind of still apply. You have to have some base operators to use them, or a variation of them. So let's take a base operator skin of like a battle pass operator. If you picked up the game after that season, you wouldn't have the base operator in question at launch. But if you purchased any bundle or unlocked another skin for that operator, kind of how like in the past we ended up seeing 141 operators introduced via raid completion, if you ended up getting another skin of that operator, however it may have been achieved, that variation and skin would be available to play with, just not that base. Now, some operators, of course, had to be unlocked via like the campaign and stuff, so those base operators, you'd have to go back to Modern Warfare 2 to play and unlock for them to transfer to Modern Warfare 3, but otherwise they wouldn't be available to have that base operator at all. Now, also one thing to note is that timed exclusive operators, they will be there, but again, kind of an asterisk on this one, and we'll come back to this in a bit when we talk about things that do not transfer. So your Neymar, Messi, Pogba, Homelander, Starlight, Black Noir, all those other limited edition operators that were there in the store at one point, if you grabbed them, those will transfer over to Modern Warfare 3. If you didn't, they will not be transferring to Modern Warfare 3. So it really comes down to if you missed out on that opportunity or not. Anyways, other cosmetics, weapon charms, including your weapon mastery, weapon stickers, decals, emblems, loading screens, all of that will carry forward. Vehicle skins and war tracks, as well as calling cards, are detailed as generally yes all, but as previously mentioned, some vehicles for Modern Warfare 2 and war tracks will not be available, just depending on their support on if they will be there in the game or not. Some Modern Warfare 3 vehicles will be specific to Modern Warfare 3, while others won't transfer from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3 at base. So that means any cosmetics for those, of course, would not be able to be applied in Modern Warfare 3. Calling cards were detailed as generally because if they were unlocked, they will transfer, but if you want one that's still locked, unlocked. It would have to be earned in Modern Warfare 2 as a base, similar to the operators. Now, beyond that and the carry forward content that's kind of like gameplay oriented, probably one of the most important things to me that will also be transferring is XP tokens, or at least to the best of my knowledge, these have been said to be transferring to Modern Warfare 3. Now, I say this is one of the most important things to me because every single year, especially with the Warzone integrations as a creator, you got to try and be ahead of the curve here. To give the best possible information, you got to have all these things ranked up. You got to know the weapons inside and out. You got to have those camo grinds done. So needing to be ahead of the curve here, it's grind time every single launch. So again, whether for unlocking weapon camos or ranking up weapons, doesn't matter. Last year's reset with Modern Warfare 2 to an air quote new engine, that nullified all the leftover tokens myself and or you or anyone else had through the Warzone Caldera experience. Through workarounds in the past, like Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard's year of support, you could end up using those tokens from Warzone and it would apply to your overall account, even if it was on a different game like Vanguard or Cold War. You could use those tokens to, say, rank up your weapons faster with double weapon XP, but not with Modern Warfare 2. So you had to start fresh, and that sweet, sweet double weapon XP wasn't kicking in unless you had tons of code from the Mountain Dew promos. This year, however, you don't have to buy into Monster. You don't have to buy into Little Caesars and all that if you want the same added benefit if you had XP tokens left over. They'll all be transferring 1-to-1. So that means, for example, myself, I have 68 1-hour tokens, 6 45-minute tokens, 63 30-minute tokens, and 18 15-minute weapon XP tokens on day one if nothing changes from right this moment, which I'll probably be playing more in prep, so there will be more, but that's 108.5 hours of double weapon XP that I can use on day one just from saving tokens and not using them throughout this year. That's 4.5 days of double XP uncapped on usages to rank up my weapons from day one. About half my total of Modern Warfare 2's playtime. Kind of, because stats and the combat record, firstly, aren't super accurate, and also combat records were added later than the launch of the game. But anyways, make sure you check those double XP tokens that you have to see if you can get a head start on your grind this upcoming year. If you don't have as many as you'd like, there's still time to grind things out through the Battle Pass to get those seasonal bonus tokens, which, by the way, not really related to transfer, but kind of related to transfer. It's already been confirmed that the Battle Pass for Season 6 will be progressible through Modern Warfare 3's preseason and will be able to be done by playing Modern Warfare 3. Not Modern Warfare 2. So you'll be able to grind out to your heart's content while also still earning any incompleted tiers of the current Battle Pass. Probably what I'm going to be doing the most. Finally started grinding out souls for the gold lead camo, got my 1,000, and in the process gained like 12 tier tokens, but I also have zero interest really to play Modern Warfare 2 more. So we'll see how that all plays out. The vast majority of my playtime, historically speaking, comes during launch windows in Season 1 when I got to grind out all this new stuff. So certainly I'll complete the Battle Pass during that point. It's just nice to be able to have that ability that it'll transfer from one game to the next. And finally, all your COD points, talking things that you can earn from the Battle Pass, all your COD points will transfer from game to game as well. This being a standard, but I think it's also important to note because COD points are account and platform specific, meaning that they'll always transfer between games, but they will not transfer between platforms. So if you play on both PC and PlayStation, for example, your balances will differ between platforms. All your COD points for PlayStation Modern Warfare 2 will go to your PlayStation version of Modern Warfare 3. All your PC COD points on Modern Warfare 2 will go to your PC COD points in Modern Warfare 3. All your Xbox COD points in Modern Warfare 2 will go to Modern Warfare 3 on Xbox. But if you make that switch entirely from one platform to another, just know that they won't carry over in the same manner as game to game. All in all, think of the Warzone integrations of years prior where just about everything except that multiplayer content would come into the Warzone playground. That's essentially what's happening, but for a mainline paid title rather than a free-to-play offering. Now, that said, that's all the stuff that will transfer. What about the stuff that won't transfer? Now, compared to if we had this discussion at quite literally any other time in the past few years, this section is finally way shorter than the what will transfer section. Firstly, the thing that will not transfer that you guys probably have already experienced is the beta levels and progression. Anything that you ended up ranking up, whether your overall operator rank 1 to 30 in the beta, your weapon progression, and if you unlocked things like those new conversion kits and aftermarket parts for the pistol or the LMG, if you ranked up all your assault rifles, SMGs, whatever, none of that is going to matter because it's all going to be reverted. You're going to start at level 1, weapon level 1. Depending on if you have the Vault Edition, you will have a couple of weapons with all their attachments unlocked, but everything in that beta was just a testing period and sort of, hey, check this out. Everything will be reset there as it has been the last as many years as it's been since the betas began back in 2015 with Black Ops 3. So just know that that stuff will not transfer to Modern Warfare 3. Additionally, we talked about it, slightly, there are removed cosmetics that if you do not have those, they will not transfer to Modern Warfare 3 either. Again, coming back to it, probably the best example are those timed exclusive operators. Neymar, Messi, Pogba, Homelander, Starlight, Black Noir, all those other ones that were up in the store at one point. If you did not grab them, they're not there to be purchased right now, and therefore you're not going to see them come back again or transfer to Modern Warfare 3. So those kind of things, of course, will not transfer, but that's a 50-50 kind of. Vehicles also, some will not be transferring to Modern Warfare 3 like we just mentioned. Modern Warfare 3 will have its own vehicle set. Some are the same, others not so much. So if there's a vehicle that is the same, those cosmetics will transfer. If not, obviously there's no associated asset to apply those items to, so they won't transfer from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3. And in the sense of from one game to another, of course, one of the big things with Camos that I'm kind of bummed about, still, those don't transfer from Modern Warfare 2 guns to Modern Warfare 3 guns, even though they're all in the same game. Maybe in the future, that'll be something that they can apply those to all weapons, but at least at launch, you won't be able to use that Orion, that Gold camo, the Nuke camo, all that kind of stuff on Modern Warfare 3 weapons. But that said, that's the stuff that will not be transferring. A quick note, there was for the longest time a rumor of a few maps from Modern Warfare 2 transferring, though nothing has been officially said on that just yet, so maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. Kind of leaning towards not, but I mean, it'd be cool to see even more maps available on offer, even if there are ones we just continue to play on, but we'll see how that works out. Anyways, though, that is what will and what will not transfer in Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3. Before we wrap everything up, once again, make sure to check out my friends over at G Fuel to fuel your grind this COD season. Whether you're grinding out weapon levels, camos, content of your own, G Fuel's there to help. To me, G Fuel is like my cup of coffee in the morning, gets me going, gets that productivity started, and my team Carnage just recently launched our own flavor, Pog Juice, which I might be biased, but I do think it's one of the best flavors out there. If it's not your cup of, pun intended, G Fuel, there's tons of other flavors that I'd highly recommend. The Morbius Nectarine flavor, Pink Drip, Hype Sauce, Strawberry Banana, there's a ton of stuff, so if you guys want to check that out, code Espresso can give you up to 30% off your entire order, linked down below. That's again, code Espresso for upwards of 30% off your entire order. But for now, that's what we're gonna call it, so let me know your thoughts down below. Is there anything in particular you are happiest transferring to Modern Warfare 3, maybe not so much? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts below. If you enjoyed the video, you find it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay updated with all things Modern Warfare 3 as we gear up for a very, very busy next couple of weeks here. I'd love to have you in the community and keep you in the loop with everything you need to know. But for now, thanks so much for watching. My name's Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care and peace.